finally, a Francesinha. Oh my God. Wow, look at that inside. Hi friends, I hope you're having an amazing day. This is Brigitte with What Tomorrow Brings. This is day 27 of our 28-day tour through Porto. And if you can believe it, I have yet to have the quintessential dish of Portugal, or let me correct myself, of Porto, and that is the Francesinha sandwich. I have been holding off, kind of trying to get ready for it, mentally prepare, because it is not for the weak. I've done some scoping out, and there are two places that we're going to try today. First place we're going to go to is Café Santiago. Whenever you ask anybody, hey, where should I go to try the Francesinha? This is where they tell you to go. It's 5 meats inside of a sandwich with cheese and a beer gravy sauce. Then the next place we're going to go to is the restaurant that claims to be the place that invented the Francesinha, and that is A Regaleira. We're going to go to Café Santiago first, and tonight we're going to A Regaleira. Come and join us. We're going to compare the two and see what the differences are and how it's changed since 1952. We made it to Café Santiago and we're sitting at the bar, which is where we prefer to sit. It is packed inside and outside here. Thankfully there was no queue when we got here though. And this is just one of those places when you walk in, you see locals and visitors alike, and it is just a wonderful atmosphere in here. It feels like history. You see the pictures on the walls, and we just can't wait to get started. We've already ordered our Francesinha, which is the original with all the fixins on them, and we're gonna get ready to dig in. Got our beer here and we're ready to go. So if you can believe it, we asked for one Francesinha, and because we told them we were sharing, they were kind enough to just go ahead and split it in half for us and serve it on 2 different plates. And one thing you notice immediately is how the egg is made sunny side up, and if you notice, the actual cheese is cut around the yolk. So you can't see the egg white, you only see the yolk sticking up. And it's really cool. When I researched on their website, they actually cut out the hole in the cheese and then they put it around, which kind of makes it kind of like perfectly packaged together. And that's really, really cool how they do that. So I'm gonna pull out these pinchos. Holds the Francesinha together from sliding off. All right, we're going in 27 days. And finally, a Francesinha. Oh my God. Wow, look at that inside. Oh, the egg is cooked to perfection. Let me show you this in here. Let me show you this. Wow, look at that. Everything is perfectly assembled. You have your ham, your chorizo sausage, sirloin beef, another slice of ham, a little bit of cheese to hold it together, the bread that's toasted perfectly, and the egg with the cheese skirt on top. Oh my God. Oh, floating in a bowl of fries. I mean, come on now. Stop. All right. Let me try to get a good piece of this, and we're gonna taste this. Alright, you're going to have to excuse me as when I try this, it's going to take me a second to talk because this is a mouthful, but I got to try all the 5 layers together. Okay, well, you can taste everything in there on its own. The chorizo, the steak, ham, cheese, oh my God. It's got a little bit of a tangy kick from the gravy. And the bread is all perfectly still put together. It's not mushy. This is very different from what I expected. This is delicious. It is full and hearty. And the egg is excellent on top. I'm gonna get this little corner where the bread's a little toasty and crunchy in there. Let's see. Some more cheese, a little piece of steak, bread. Oh, wow. Look at that. As I'm digging in the sandwich, you start to see a little bit more the makings of it. And here you got like a piece of the mortadella ham with the peppercorns in there, which I love. I love biting into a peppercorn and the spicy kick that you get from it. And this red chorizo, I think it's called linguiça chorizo. It's so nice and tender. It's like almost like you have like a piece of charcuterie inside the sandwich. And then you've got this nice piece of steak in there. Oh, also they cut off the crust off the toast. So if you're crust averse, don't worry, they cut the crust off here for you. So you don't have to get fries when you order the francesinha, but this beer sauce is really, really good, and you're gonna want something to soak that up with, because the sandwich itself doesn't soak it all up. And this sauce is beer and tomato base. Has a spicy kick to it. It's probably the piri piri peppers. So you're definitely gonna want that. Okay, first impressions, this sandwich is massive. We didn't even ask for it to be cut. We just said we were gonna share it, and they went ahead and cut it for both of us, which good thing, because that thing is ginormous. I have to say my favorite part of it was really the sauce. I mean, that spicy kind of, you don't taste beer like a normal beer sauce. It's kind of layered throughout the sauce, so it's not just a sauce that tastes like beer. It's very well crafted and put together. You can tell that they've worked on this for a very long time. And the fries, you have to get the fries, slop it in there. It's really, really good. But I am full. I am glad that we're gonna wait about another 3 to 4 hours before we have the next one. Even though I believe at the next place they're not as big, but that could just be in the pictures. So we're gonna go ahead and take a walk over to Vilanova de Gaia. We're gonna take a boat tour for about an hour along the Douro River, and then we're gonna come back over here into the center and go ahead and try the birthplace of the Francesinha that was invented in 1952. And supposedly this recipe has not changed since then, so I'm very excited. And I'm really intrigued to see what the sauce is gonna taste like. I feel like it's probably gonna be a little bit different, so I'm looking forward to it. Hi again, friends. So we are at A Regaleira, which is the founding restaurant of the Francesinha. And as you can tell immediately, the style here is very different. This is a white tablecloth type of restaurant. Still casual, so don't be intimidated, but it is definitely a much more traditional style of dining. A little bit more upscale in their approach. And the first thing that we ordered was their house beer, which is actually from 1932. They've been making this recipe. So the original Francesinha was invented by Daniel David da Silva, and he was a Portuguese immigrant living in Belgium at the time that the owner of A Regaleira happened to be at the hotel he was bartending at and asked him to come back to Portugal to work for A Regaleira. When he did, he began experimenting in the kitchen with what was then the French croque monsieur, the croque madame. So he wanted to adapt that sandwich into the Portuguese palate, and that's where he, through much trial and error, came up with the Francesinha that we have today. And it's called the Francesinha because it's named Little Frenchie, which is kind of an ode to all the beautiful French women that he knew and I guess entertained back in France. When I saw these chips on their website or on Google, I thought it was literally Ruffles. But they're warm and they're crispy, and look at this gorgeous color. Look at that. Wow. And now this, when you dip it into the gravy, I know it's gonna like get caught in the ridges, which is probably why they cut it that way. I'm so freaking excited. Okay, and look at this francesinha. Right off the bat, you can tell the construction is like a round, and you have a nice thick fried egg on top with the yolk and a beautiful gravy sauce around it. Once again, we did order it to share, so they cut it in half for us. So let's get in here. I want to get it cutting in through the egg too. So I love how melted the cheese is on this. It's melted all the way through. Ooh. Oh wow. Ooh, is that chicken? No. Hold on. Oh wow, look at that. The ham, the little linguiça spicy sausage. You have some steak, I think? Beef steak? And then you have another beef steak here. That might be pork. That might be like a pork steak. Oh, this is sausage too. Okay, that's sausage too, and then a pork steak. Oh, all right, let's try this. I'm starving. Some of this one. Okay. This steak, sausage. Once again, you're gonna have to forgive me for chewing for a long time, but I just have to taste everything together at once. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, this is really good. This gravy is fantastic. The bread is more like a rustic bread, like a traditional water roll. This is really good, and the cheese is like already melted on there, so it tastes kind of like panini style, like a pressed sandwich. Oh, that cute dog. Okay, eggs. Oh yeah. I love how much egg white there is on this egg. You get another piece of this chorizo with some cheese, egg, a piece of bread. I appreciate the white linens. It's so good. Alright. Let's get all this gravy in there. Look at that. Oh, see how it gets stuck inside the ridges so it holds, it grips the gravy? Oh. Just as I'd hoped. It's chipped with a thick layer of gravy in there, and the chips are so fresh and crispy, and they're also thick enough that they won't get soggy. They actually hold on to the gravy. This is so good. So sad, down to the last bite, but I got a little piece of spicy sausage, so I paced it out well. Best. This gravy, the thin slice of pork fillet is probably my favorite. And this is no comparison or shade on anybody else, but man, the original knows how it's supposed to be done. They really kept the secret alive, because this is the best. I could have another one of these, really. And really, it's quality over quantity. It's a smaller sandwich. You get chips instead instead of fries, but the depth of flavor is really there, and you can really taste the history in this. You can sense the pride in what would be a sandwich shop, but it's white tablecloths, artisanal beer, and you can taste it in the sandwich. The sandwich is artisanal, the chips are artisanal, everything is. So you should try the Francesinha when you come to Portugal, but no matter where you go in all of Porto, you have to come to A Regaleira. You have to try it here. So that was our Francesinha tour today. Café Santiago and A Regaleira. You gotta try them. Doesn't matter which one you try, you're gonna love them both, but really, just freaking try it. So that is our completion of our month in Porto. We are going to Madrid next, and I thank you so much for watching our channel. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to support us, and we will see you on the next one.